Good evening, everyone. My name is LaAsia Johnson, and I am the owner and creator of LJ Essentials. LJ Essentials is an all-natural hair, beard, and body care company. This journey for me began when I was just 14 years old. I remember hearing the doctor outside in the hallway attempt to whisper to my mom, "Miss Parker, your daughter is going to die if we do not figure out what's going on." It would be months before I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. That diagnosis came after multiple tests, hospital visits. I had been being treated for multiple viruses and infections that had been attacking my skin. And with that, I decided to take things into my own hands and start looking for more information. Prescription creams, ointments that they were giving me were not effective. So I began to look at the ingredients in many of the products that I was using and finding harmful toxins and chemicals in many of the everyday items that we consume each single day. With that, I decided to change the narrative and create products that I knew were safe and effective for my community. This is a screen grab from my website where I explain many of the ingredients that I use in my products and why they're beneficial and you should be using them as well. With my background in social work, I look to combine personal mental health care together. I've been doing that through a Facebook group called The Garden. It began in March 2019 and has grown with over 600 members in top cities such as Flint, Detroit, Pontiac, Grand Rapids, and Saginaw. Here, women are able to gather to speak about everyday experiences, entrepreneurship, goal setting, mental health care, and more. I look to bring this vision to life here in Flint, Michigan. We began in 2017 and have expanded since then. In 2019, we acquired a space in Great Lakes Crossing. I look to move my business to downtown Flint, Michigan to increase representation for diverse communities in that area. From 2018 to 2019, we saw a growth of over $90,000 in sales, showing that our business is already very much profitable. Our target audiences are women ages 18 to 65 who live in Michigan with children. We look to make educational make-and-take classes for families to educate them on the benefits of the ingredients that we use and how they can use everyday ingredients to create products that are more safe and effective for their families. These educational workshops are able to transport and be moved anywhere, and I look to begin these workshops on the north side of Flint at the Sylvester Broom Center, the Flint Development Center, or Burston Field House, as these are all in the north side community, a community seemingly forgotten in our city. They're all along the bus line as well to increase engagement with the community and eliminate the accessibility of transportation. Our national competitors are companies like Bath & Body Works and Lush, notorious for not including all of the ingredients on their product labels and confusing consumers. We look to challenge that by including all ingredients in our labels and also educating families on the ingredients that they may use in their products while at the stations. We have already shown great success in downtown Flint with a partnership through Shift Boutique and pop-ups that we've done in the area. We look to work with teen programs such as Teen Quest to increase the economy and to garner jobs for students. With the current team of 9 members, we look to increase our staff by 7 members and estimate a growth of $80,000 for the first year of a retail space in downtown Flint and $120,000 for the second year. With the mission of education, community engagement, we stand to be a powerful force of change within the city of Flint. And with that, I thank you.
All right, great job, LaAsia.
Back to you.
Judges, do you have any questions for LaAsia? I started last time.
You're talking about moving your business to downtown Flint or creating a second location in downtown Flint?
So for right now, creating the second location, the Great Lakes Crossing location has been extremely beneficial for us thus far. And it's kind of started us out, so it's generated the income we needed to get started and shown us kind of the initial model we need to kind of build out for a full retail space in downtown.
The ingredients that you use in your product, how did you come about these ingredients and what are their effects? Have you had them tested? Or
What was the last part?
The testing of your ingredients and how did you come about the ingredients that you use in your product?
So initial stages were personal research. We've done some product development, a lot of testing and error, using some study and focus groups. And so where it started was just finding ingredients that I found beneficial for myself and sharing that with other people. So we look to kind of address some of those issues that people are having within the community. So if they're experiencing issues with eczema, if they're experiencing issues with psoriasis, hair loss, taking ingredients and formulating the product with them there in the make and take space.
Your marketing is extremely unique. I see your hashtag. I think that's extremely smart. What would you use the money for? I heard you say that you want to go to Flint and you want to do the build out. Tell me about your marketing strategy.
So currently we've been using our loyal Facebook community, The Garden, also other social media avenues such as Instagram. We have a growing email list. So a lot of our marketing has been through community engagement. We have a huge following that's very loyal to the brand, and that's helped to drive a lot of the traffic to the Great Lakes location, and we look to use that as well for the downtown Flint location. We've seen a lot of traffic coming from Flint. People have even come down from the bus line and said that they've traveled to Great Lakes on the MTA just to see what we're doing down at Great Lakes. So I wanted to make the products more accessible for people right here in my hometown.
Thank you. All set? Awesome. Thank you very much, Ms. Asia Johnson. All right, next up, we have Linda Bell with Bell Tech Communication.
Welcome and good evening. My name is Ms. Bell. Oh, let me click this. My name is Ms. Bell. I am with Bell Tech Communications, and we want to say that we appreciate the judges' time today, and we want your support, and we need you guys' vote. Bell Tech Communication. What is Bell Tech Communication? We are a technical solution company that help people who are deaf communicate with people who are hearing. We're translating sign language into voice and voice into sign language. See this interpreter here? Without her, my group here would not be able to be involved. And how can we leverage that? By technology. Taking away the stigma and isolation for frustration because we cannot communicate with the hearing society. The Bell Tech solution is that we have created an app that converts sign language. As I can show you, sign language, the deaf person will begin to talk to the hearing person. The app will translate that voice into sign language, into text. The deaf person will be able to see it, read it, understand it, and then communicate with the hearing person. And we have a communication initiative. We have a partnership with the deaf community. They are intelligent, they have ideas, they need to be a part of it. Some of the benefits for communicating with the deaf is starting with the children, improving early childhood education, starting when they're young, like the little baby in the aisle here, teaching them sign language, teaching them English words, so that when they're going to public school or they're mainstream, they're able to compete and also be competitive with our hearing children. And that will create jobs and opportunity. Our competitive analysis show that with our app, you get 24/7 usage. With any company that you start, you have to be accessible to everyone. Even my competitors here tonight. If you open up a business and a deaf person comes in and want to talk to you, you can use our app to communicate with them if you do not know sign language. The deaf and hard of hearing market is huge, but I want to focus on Michigan. I want to focus on Flint. I want to start the pilot here to put it in the schools and teach our young children how to be bilingual. The primary target for US and Canada is huge. As you can see, 33 million people are deaf, and we're not reaching across the aisle to talk to these guys. If you would add the World Health Organization, that's another estimate of 450 million people that is left out with communicating with us. This is the go-to population that we have, the distribution places that we're going to focus on. Texas, the southern parts, California, up by Washington, D.C., but the red star is for Michigan. We want to start it here. We want to make Michigan the first evolutionary device to communicate across the aisle. We need this today. We're in the year 2020. We need to win-win for Flint. These are our revenue projections for over the next 3 years. The first year, we're going to gross about $820 million. In the second year, with the pilot program and upgrading and putting in other features, we're going to get up to $9.5 million. We're going to be at the total amount of money that we're going to make is $24 million and $820 in 3 years. That's huge. This is our team. I am the founder of Bell Techs, the visionary. I grew up with a deaf mother. That's why I'm passionate about it. Cliff Veach, he's our strategic business and financial manager. He's the one taking my vision and putting it to design. And of course, right here in Flint, Michigan at Kettering University, we got Dan. He's our engineer expert and ITP specialist. If we win tonight, the money is going to cover the pilot. We had a gentleman, Mr. Gleason, came to us at one of our pitch competitions and said, I want to pilot this thing in the courts. We've got deaf people sitting in jail, and we can't get them arraigned because we don't have interpreters to come and get them. That's embarrassing. That's just embarrassing. We got Michigan School for the Deaf right here, less than 2 miles away, and we can't communicate. So that's what we'll do with the money if we win. Put it on, work with the medical centers, also work with the school systems, putting that in there and piloting it and making sure that the kids are able to get a head start. Also, Michigan Department of Civil Rights put out a survey. Go to this website and check it out. They said the Hearing Society has failed the deaf community. We failed. We getting an E for not communicating. And I want you to take a look at that. We have defined, it's well defined, it has been validated through the Michigan Department of Civil Rights that we need to do a better job. And I'm trying to tell you we can do that if you vote for me tonight.
All right, thank you so much. Judges, any questions for Ms. Bell? May I?
Great presentation, Ms. Bell. I'd like to know who your clients are, and because I only have one question, I have to throw three things all into one.
Okay.
Are you working with the Michigan Rehabilitation Services through the state of Michigan? And then if so, are you looking at corporate clients and other philanthropic people to actually get on board? Or are you looking for individual paying customers to get you to your 900?
We're doing all three. It's a win-win-win. Basically, we want to focus with Michigan School for the Deaf and the Flint school system. We want to get in there first because our kids are not getting the education that they need and they're not playing on the same playing field. So we want to focus on the city of Flint and then branch out and work with partners who are interested in partnering with us and giving us the resources and helping us get everything in order to get this moving. Because Flint is, I'm telling you, we can make this the first evolutionary communication device ever known to man. It's not out there, and I'm doing it, and I need your help, and we need your help.
I think the assistive technology is extremely important. MRS and where you need to start.
Thank you.
She asked my question.
I'm glad I answered it.
Oh, Craig, do you have a question?
Oh, where are you at in the app development? Do you have a prototype? Are you testing it? Or you?
We're in the first phase of the concept. We do have, like I said, we have the engineer, he's ready to go. We have our designer ready to go. We just need the funding to get it started. And with this tonight winnings, that will help. That would help a lot.
All right. Once again, Linda Bell with Bell Tech Communication. Thanks so much.
Can I say one last thing? Can I say one last thing?
What is it? Make it quick.
Okay, we have 2 deaf people here tonight, and it's their birthday. And I just want to teach you guys, say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you guys. Happy birthday to you.
Very nice. Okay.
We have just communicated.
All right. Thank you. All right. Next on our list, Luella Jamerson with Take Me and My Chair on-demand accessibility.
She's gonna hold the mic. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Now that I have everybody's attention, I need you to do something for me. Everybody, if you will, if you close your eyes for just a few seconds. Everybody, just close your eyes for a few seconds. Take a deep breath. And I want you to go on two imaginary trips with me. They'll be imaginary to you, but they're reality in my life. So with your eyes closed, just imagine on any given day, any given Sunday, you call and schedule your ride to come and take you to church. And they come to pick you up, and you're in the ride, your scooter or your wheelchair is attached the way it's supposed to be. And the driver takes off, going on the expressway, gets on 475. And almost immediately when they get on 475 and pick up speed, about 60 miles an hour, the driver falls into a deep sleep while you're driving, while he's carrying you. Sleep on the expressway. And cars coming on the side of you. The driver's drifting over to the left-hand side. If it hadn't been for the driver trying to pass and blowing, it would have been an accident. So you call to the driver, hey, you okay? Nothing. Hey, you okay? Still no answer. Hey, you okay? No answer. So you shout again, hey, you okay? Then he snaps to himself, comes to himself and said, hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing else. Just keeps on driving. Gets you to where you're going. Now, also imagine you're coming from a medical appointment, medical transport, and on your way home, just see it in your mind. On your way home, driver supposedly attaches your scooter properly to get you home, goes down and gets on expressway I-75, goes around the winding ramp to get on the expressway. He's going so fast inside that ramp until you're leaning to the right, trying to keep yourself from falling over, but it doesn't happen. The right side of your scooter comes up, throws you into the side of the wall, slams your head on the window, snaps your neck over, you fall to the floor on the wheel well, and your scooter falls over on you. And then imagine this, the driver's still driving, doesn't even know anything has happened to you. And so you have to say, hey, I need some help. And they look in the rearview mirror and they don't see you, they don't see your head. And he stops, pulls over, going down the expressway, comes back to assist you. These things happen to an invisible segment of our community called the disabled, those people who are not just disabled, but they're wheelchair bound and scooter bound, who can't travel unless they travel with a specific kind of vehicle. So my name is Luella Jamerson, and my business is called Take Me in My Chair, specifically for people who are wheelchair bound, scooter bound, and can't travel without that kind of vehicle. But not just travel with that vehicle, travel in safety and travel with reliability. So everyone should have the opportunity to travel safety. My business is on the style of Uber. So you can call like an Uber. Just say, for instance, you want to go, somebody in here, you want to go and hang out with your friends or your family. You want to go in town. Well, what are you going to do? You call Uber, you can call Lyft, you can call a taxi, you can phone a friend, but you'd be able to get transportation to go. That's not an option for myself or someone else who's wheelchair bound or scooter bound. We can't just dial up a ride for us. So Take Me in My Chair seeks to bring normalcy in transportation for persons with disabilities who are wheelchair bound and scooter bound. So we think that normal transportation, like you all have privy to, should also be something that's a reality for us. And so Take Me in My Chair seeks to bridge that gap and make that possible. We can't go back to the bricks. We can't go to sporting events. We can't go to any of those things because we have to have a vehicle that can take me and my chair. Once we have that in place, we have the paratransits in our city. Their fees are very low, so I think it's about $2.50. But when you look at their reviews, they're not very good when it comes to traveling and transporting people with disabilities. Then we also have medical transport. They're pretty good, but you have to book them at least 3 days in advance, and it has to be done through your insurance provider. With Take Me in My Chair, you would have an app in your phone or website, or you can call on your phone and schedule a ride just like you would an Uber or a Lyft, and that person would come and pick you up. You know who's picking you up, and you'd be safe traveling.
All right.
My time is-
Thank you very much, Ms. Javerson. All right, now we've got time. Questions from the judges. Any questions? Or did she answer them all? I guess she...
I got here because I had to have someone bring me. Had it not been for a person with, I have my own accessible van, but I have to have a driver. Had I had Take Me in My Chair, I could just dial up and they would brought me. I didn't have to worry because persons in my situation, we always live on the perimeter of everybody else's life. We can't move unless somebody moves us. And so that was my situation today. I would not have been able to be here had I not had a driver, but had I had Take Me in My Chair, it wouldn't have even been a second thought.
All right, thank you very much. Mrs. Jamerson, Take Me in My Chair. So I will get out your way. Okay, so we have 7 pitches, but 8 presenters because our next pitch is a package deal, a duo. So next we'll hear from Sandra Carr and Trishelle Young with the DITS, Digital Imaging Tracking System.
Good evening. My name again is Trishelle Young, and this is Sandra Carr, and we are here to talk about the digital imaging tracking system. So on Monday of this week, a 6-year-old little girl, happy-go-lucky, was dressed and was put on her school bus, which is a block away from her house. She went to school. She enjoyed everything at the school, got on her bus after school, was dropped off at that same spot, 1 block away from her house. On Monday, that was the last time this 6-year-old little girl was seen. Since that time on Monday, the family has been frantic. The entire community has mobilized to try to find this little girl. They have not found her. The police are looking for 2 vehicles right now that were just in a general area simply to see if they may have seen something about what could have happened to this little girl. As a criminal defense attorney, one of my favorite shows is First 48. And the theory behind that show is if you're unable to solve a crime within the first 48 hours, the likelihood of you solving that crime has significantly decreased. When you're dealing with child abductions, time is of the essence. And we're in a time and era where law enforcement has certain protocols and procedures that when a child goes missing, they may tell you, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. You have to wait at least 48 hours. Or they may tell you, we'll get someone to you as soon as we can. And who knows how long that will be. With this device that we have come up with, this is a device that literally is no larger than the size of a quarter. So it's the size of a 25-cent quarter. And it's a black tracking device that has a GPS tracking system on it. And what you do is you attach it to the tongue of a shoe. And it can be any size tennis shoe. But the little tongue in the center, it attaches to the tongue and you push the button to turn it on. This device comes with an app that you download on your cell phone. So you control when you want it to, the GPS tracking, and when you don't need it to be tracking. The ability that this GPS tracking device will have, if the police can't help you, or even if they can, knowing when that child took a turn, when that child came up missing, where that child came up missing, and what direction that child was taken in, that gives your chances of finding that child safely and sooner 100% increased chance. Hands down, no question. And when the police can't help you, guess what? You can go looking for that child. But it's not only beneficial for little children. It's beneficial for adults who may suffer from dementia, people who have memory issues, who may wander off and not really know where they are. If you can know where they are, then you can reach them and you can get them the help that they need sooner. One of my favorite uses for it, if you have a spouse and you want to know where that person is, you too can use this device to find out that location. So it has multiple appeal across the board, and it's really meant to help so that you can locate someone, a loved one, sooner rather than later, because as we indicated, in these situations, time is of the essence. And with that, Sandra is going to talk to you about the actual cost of the product. It's very reasonable. You monitor it, but you know where your loved one is.
Thank you. We also have this app that as you pull up your, when you get your device, when you pull up the app, it will tell you to download these things. The photo of the person that will be using the device, the name, address, city, state, phone number, height, weight, you want to know all these things. So that way you can immediately give that to the police as they ask for the information. Or immediately you can go out and do what needs to be done, which is finding your loved one. Also, before you start out, the product and the tracker with the accessories will be $24.95, a one-time setup fee, which is $19.99, and then you have your monthly monitoring fee of $19.99. All of these are very reasonable prices, but we also want to make sure that as we use this device, we're not trying to, not trying to get you as far as money-wise, but we are trying to make sure that your loved one is safe and sound. So this is the product and how it would look, and it will also be waterproof.
And that's actually time, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
ladies, very much. Don't go anywhere. Questions, judges?
So I like it because it looks like it could work like assistive technology, but it also looks like it might be something different in this highly tech-ready world.
Yes.
What helps you fit into the market, because it's not proprietary, it's Garmin? How do you actually walk into the market? I see it's a subscription-based service. So
Yes.
why would I not just go to Garmin or download an Apple app or do something different? Help me understand that market relevance.
Well, with this product, when you turn the product on, you can go anywhere as far as when you stop somewhere for, let's say, for just a minute or so, that address will pop up. And it will keep going until you, the consumer, turn it off, or the parent, guardian turns it off. If it's an older person, they can turn it off. But it won't turn off unless that it's definitely pressed and turned off. A lot of the Garmin, their products, they go for like maybe 20, 25 feet, and then the transmission will stop. And some of them will go for 20 to maybe 30 hours. But this product will go as far as long as you have it on you, it won't cut off. But then when it's brought back, it will sit on a flat charger because it's waterproof. So you won't have to worry about it getting wet or things like that.
All right. Any other questions?
So how does it track? Is it using cell phone towers, cell phone coverage areas, or is it a different technology, Bluetooth? I just want to know.
It pings off the cell phone towers.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would be accessible, just like your regular tracking systems in the phone, the Google Maps. just like the Google Maps. You can use Wi-Fi or you can use the cell phone towers.
Okay, thank you, ladies, very much with the digital imaging tracking system. Oh, I can take the mic. Oh, let me get stuff out of your hands. Thank you. And next, we will have Sarah Sellers with Awakened Naturals Body Cream Bar. Do you need a clicker? Got it? Awesome. Ask Miss Rebecca.
This one? Okay. Okay. And then, okay. Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm the owner and founder of Awaken Naturals. How many of you out here are comfortable using lithanol on your face daily? I'm not, and that's the reason why I created Awaken Naturals. It's an all-natural personal care product company that specializes in handcrafts, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, anything you can really think of that's natural. For the last 2 years, I've had a kiosk at the Genesee Valley Mall. I've been specializing in one-size-fits-all packaging for my customers. And what I've noticed is that it doesn't always work. People are all unique and have specific needs due to allergies and things like that. And what works for you may not work for you. That's why I'm creating Awaken Naturals Body Cream Bar, a place a retail space that you can come in that's similar to Cold Stone Creamery, but of natural products. In my body cream bar, you can, all my products will be scooped out like ice cream, but it'll be body butters. You can pick like a Qdoba, different ingredients to make whatever you want. Making my product line limitless, you can come in and make Dread shampoo to body cream to, if this eczema works for you, it might not work for you, and we can find something that works for you. Also, all my packaging will be like Jenny's ice cream because it's really cute. And also, when you pick the ingredients, it'll be mixed in like a malt machine, just keeping the general idea that, hey, this is a body cream bar of products and it's kind of like a sweet tooth too. Along with the body bar, my customers will come in and be welcomed into a space of good energy. Speaking of good energy, most of us eat out at restaurants, right? Have you ever thought about the cook that's cooking your food? He could have a bad attitude or just be a bad person in general. And then he's putting that energy into your food that you ingest. At Awaken Naturals, before every shift, me and my employees will have mindfulness meetings, releasing all bad energy, and so we can focus on putting good energy into our products. Something like this. Baby Yoda. The market size, according to, I'm sorry, the Yoda just kind of like took my attention. According to the Euro market, this year, skincare will reach $60 billion. And of that, 17.5 is of the natural and organic skincare. 81% is brick and mortar, meaning that my retail space is really a promising thing. It's not online, because online you can't come in and create your own. You can't have the energy. You only can pick you can't even find anything online that can do that. Target market, I want to target market men and women, millennials of the moderate income. I will do that by online and a 15-mile radius of Flint, focusing on SEO and geofencing. My revenue model, on average, my product costs about $18. Of that, I spend about $3.10, profiting about $14.90. So in the first year, I'm getting ahead of myself. For the first year, I am going to profit around $43,000 because of the kiosk and the units sold last year. That's where I got that. With a 10% increase, I should see around $57,000 in year 2. My competitors are Lush, The Body Shop, Bath & Body, Ulta Beauty, and smaller companies like LJ Essentials. What makes me have the most competitive advantage is that there's nobody in my market is making a one-size-fits-all. My customer can come in and pick shea butter, grapeseed oil if you don't want to have scents, because most of my customers are older and they're like, you know what, scents kind of give me a headache, so I don't want that. They can create whatever they want with the knowledge and the education of my staff. My approach is through social media, paid ads, advertising, newspapers, TV, and also partnerships with different businesses like coupons and bath bomb making birthday parties. Like, who doesn't want to make a bath bomb? My store right now, I'm outside the Genesee Valley Mall. The reason why I need the funds is that I'm almost complete on the build out. I'm spent all of my money and I really need the funds to get a sign. Most people don't realize like signs cost a lot. $9,400 for a sign. That's a lot, but signs are important because my current customer and my future customers will not be able to find me. Is that it?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Judges, do you have any questions for Sarah? It's over. Deep breath. Good job. Go ahead.
I love the smorgasbord. I think that is a very unique proposition. Have you done any beta testing? How do we know that this is something Genesee is looking for?
So, like I said I've been in business for a few years. What I've really loved is customizing products for people. So I have a lot of customers that have eczema, psoriasis. I have women that use my beard care for their hair. So I've had a lot of experience. Also, just a little background in the 1 minute that I have is that I had a boss that put me through holistic herbalism and things like that. So I have trial and error, but I also have the background too. And I understand how herbs and butters and things like that work. And that's something that I enjoy teaching other people. And that's what I love about the concept of my store, is that if I go to the groceries, if I go to the beauty aisle, I'm picking up a shampoo that I feel like is best for me. Why not create something that's best for you? Yeah.
Any other questions, judges? All right, you're all set. Sarah Sellers, Awaken Naturals. All right, time now for our final pitch of the evening. Tymisha Brown with Embrace Life Therapeutic Footwear. Here you go.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tymisha Brown. I am the founder and CEO of Embrace Life Therapeutic Footwear, and I want to change the world for children and parents like myself, where even something as simple as a shoe can be a struggle. At 6 months, my daughter was diagnosed with spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy. A script was written for her to wear ankle-foot orthesis, which are leg braces. As a parent of a disabled premature infant, the orthotic store made it hard for me to choose from their ill-fitting shoe selections. The shoe selections offered was too big, too heavy, and too plain. And by my daughter only weighing 11 pounds, the shoes looked like clown shoes. I knew this was a problem that needed to be solved, so I trained with a local shoemaker to design a shoe that corrects the issue. Unlike my competitors, my company offers a stylish, customized shoe, which includes a heel integration that form fits with the brace. It also addresses child development by targeting fine and gross motor skills and adding LED lights and reflectors to focus the child attention and coordination skills. It also targets adults by addressing the issue of them buying 2 pairs of shoes instead of 1 because one foot is bigger than the other. So my company, on the left-hand side, would be the shoes that we'll be offering, and with my daughter limbs are always affected, she likes to look at lights and she likes to play with stuff on the side. So I figured that this will coordinate her hands because she turns them inside out. So I think that is a great thing. And then also putting little Velcro pieces on the sides of them so we can interact. The shoes offered is the company Pedro, and they're too heavy. It works against her braces. She has hypertonia, so anything that's heavy, her limbs will lock and she will retract. So these shoes are definitely horrible. Can I go without doing this? 'Cause, yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. My target audience addresses parents, young adults, Medicaid and private insurance, low-income family, prosthetics and orthotic stores, therapy centers, and GSID programs. 2 out of 1,000 kids are born with, you can switch the slide. Oh, okay. 2 out of 1,000 kids are born with cerebral palsy. Benson sells 1,000 pairs of shoes a year within the Flint store alone. That's why it's room for my company to grow. My market strategy, my company's lean model will secure distribution agreements with the medical supply stores, providing them a market rate of 30% of each shoe sold in exchange of being the point and using their staff to get the brace and the heel measurements required. As the only all-in-one brand, I will serve as the middleman, subcontracting the production of the customized shoes and braces to third-party companies, which ships orders and products back to the stores. I'm the only brand that's offering customized heel integrated shoes and braces. You can flip it. So my first year, it would take $12K to start up, $20 per pair to produce, $100 brace cost production, $75 to $100 for the price of shoes, $7 shipping fee. The 30% consignment fee for Benson's will average $23 to $36. The consignment fee for the braces, I will pay out $780, so they will get $780, and I will pay them $23 to $36. My profit, from 70% of my profit from 70% will be $1,776. So if I sell 425 pairs of shoes, I can make a profit of $754,800. My second year, I plan to double sales by distributing to Wrights and Philippus, which is 31 stores in Michigan, and my profit will be $1,776,000. Hold on. So if I do win, I plan to use the money to get a utility patent. I already have a provisional patent. I just need the utility patent so I can get my company up and running. But I am, too, a mother who endures the struggle, the daily struggle. So instead of letting it defeat me, I decided to embrace life.
Very good. Keep the microphone. We're going to see if the judges have any questions for Tymisha.
Just thank you for your vision.
Oh, thank you. That's it.
So you are in ideation. You're still going through the design work for getting the...
No, I already have the heel integration done. So the only thing that I'm working on is just distribution. I contacted a company, a manufacturing company in Leon, Mexico. They have replied to me. So it's just pretty much getting my utility patent so I can work international also.
Excellent.
So is this a make-on-demand model where someone needs the shoes, they let you know, then you put the process in motion, and then the shoes are made and shipped?
Yes, or if the patient already has shoes or braces, such as my daughter, I have, they can always go on the website and just put in the, they can always go on the website and put in the measurements themselves and then just order their shoes that way. Or they can walk into the store and get it off a display.
as the father of a 10-year-old, I know how fast kids go through shoes. Do you have an estimated production time on that?
No, not yet. Not with Leon, Mexico.
All right, thank you so much, Tymisha Brown. Embrace Life Therapeutic Footwear. Okay, so that completes the pitch presentations from all of our finalists. Can we give them all a round of applause? They all did a great job. Now, judges, you can head out and begin your deliberations, and put that out there. Okay, so our judges have selected Sarah Sellers as a winner of the one-year membership to Factory 2. Where's Sarah? So make sure you don't leave without seeing Craig, right? Okay. Another winner of a one-year membership to Factory 2 is Miss Tymisha Brown with Embrace Life Therapeutic Footwear. And I will also say that the grand prize winner will also receive a one-year membership to Factory 2. Okay, and now what you've all been waiting for, the top 3 winners of the 100K Ideas Pitch Competition. But before I tell you that, why don't I just tell you what the winners will receive, just to refresh your memory. Third place winner will receive $2,500. Second place winner will receive $5,000. And the first place winner, in addition to the one-year membership to Factory 2, you'll also take home a big check for $10,000. So, here we go. Third place winner, Tymisha Brown, Embrace Life Therapeutic Footwear. See, you thought just because you won that Factory 2 that you weren't gonna win. I told you. Did you get your picture? Okay, make sure you pose nice for the camera. We want to get some good pictures. There you go. I will say, when I saw her pitch was going to be the therapeutic footwear, I thought she had something to make those shoes comfortable or something. But, oh well. It's okay. All right, second place winner for $5,000. LaAsia Johnson, L&J Essentials. Make sure you pose nice with Miss Laura over there. Okay. That means Mayor Neely has the check for our grand prize winner. Once again, the grand prize winner gets $10,000 and a one-year membership to Factory 2. The grand prize winner is Linda Bell, Bell Tech Communications. At least she's excited. That's awesome. Aww. Congratulations, everyone, our top 7 finalists, our top 5 finalists, and our top 3 winners. Congratulations. I'm going to get away from the speaker. Sorry. Aww. Okay, I'm going to get in front of you real quick. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we're definitely going to continue to take photos. And while we do that, we also have to give some shout outs, some thank yous to everyone who made this awesome event possible. Our judges this evening, Mayor Neely, we've got Laura Sigmund, Craig Farrington from Factory 2. Audience, thank you all for being here, for voting, for participating. We appreciate you.
Thanks to the mentors and the members of the selection committees. Thanks again to CS Mott Foundation representatives. Special thanks to Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce, University of Michigan Flint Innovation Incubator. Thanks to Factory 2 for all those memberships, 3 one-year memberships. Thanks to the folks here at Brennan Community Center for letting us be here all evening. 360 Interactive for help with the voting, online voting. Luigi's Restaurant providing the delicious food that looks to be all gone, so it looks like you enjoyed that. And thanks to 100K Ideas for making this all happen. Good night.